I'm Nikki from DP Media, and I was just wondering how the making of this film has impacted your life and career.
The making of John G. Avildsen, King of the Underdogs, has affected my career more than any other film I've ever done. First of all, not everyone gets to meet their heroes. Not everyone gets to befriend their heroes, be mentored by the heroes, and get to make a movie about the heroes. And I got to do all of that, and I'm so thankful. Making the film about John has just opened so many doors for me and my team. We've gotten to work with Sylvester Stallone, Martin Scorsese, Ralph Macchio. The list goes on and on and on because of this film, and it's led to so many more opportunities. So not only has it led to opportunities for us, but we're so thankful, and it's kind of like a dream come true. Getting to work with John Avildsen was like getting to meet Elvis for me. So it's just been incredible.
What would you say is the main reason you're still standing here today?
Because I stopped thinking about it and my heart took over and said, hey, your heart's beating, and I ran with that, right? You go back to a primary place, the heart was beating, and I ran with that. I didn't try to overthink it.
And what would you like people's takeaway to be from this film?
I'd love for people to wake up and dream, hey, how powerful, how productive, how purposeful. Dream big. What can I do when they wake up in the morning? What can I do? Who can I be? And then go after it.
Dreams without goals are just dreams. And ultimately, they fuel disappointment. In order to achieve your dreams, you must have goals. In order to achieve your goals, you must apply discipline and consistency. Never confuse movement with progress.
But I'd like to ask more about when you were like a high schooler and when you were growing up, and you were getting into films and into filmmaking. Did you think that you'd ever get to the stage where you'd be directing or producing your own film?
No, I went to college to be an actor. I was an acting major at Emerson College in Boston, and producing fell into my lap because I was a part of a project. And I started producing because the head producer left the film, so I produced. And I said, well, I'm Jewish and I like numbers, and maybe I can do this. So I went for it. And coming out to LA, I found out that I was actually, I think, meant to produce, and not meant to act necessarily. So that's what happened for me.
So, absolutely. I mean, I think it was probably college when I realized that I wanted to direct documentaries, and it took me until, 27 years later to finish one. So, yeah, absolutely. It was something that more than narrative directing or anything like that, I wanted to direct a documentary. So.
And what advice would you give to high schoolers and students who are looking to get into the film industry, whether it be acting or producing or directing a movie? What would you have?
Yeah, right. You go first.
Make a movie. That's it. Take your phone, get a couple friends, pick a subject, make a movie. That's it. Or get a fancier rig and shoot a movie. But if you are passionate or interested in it and want to find out if you're passionate, right?
Yeah, I mean,
I
think if you have the sprouts of wanting to make something, just make it in any way you possibly can. The resources are out there to make anything with very, very, very little money, if any money at all, if you have the people willing to do it. I mean, I made a feature film in college where we spent maybe $5,000 and shot over 3 months and shot every weekend, Thursday through Sunday, almost 24 hours around the clock. 2 editors screwed it up, so we never got edited, but we actually shot a feature film, so we just did it. You just find a way to do it. But I will say, something that my dad always told me, and then it sort of evolved into something else, is that whether it's filmmaking or it's I love banking or gardening or whatever it is, if it's something you want to do the rest of your life, not only do you have to want to do it more than anything else in the world, but you have to love it more than anything else in the world, because they're going to be, especially in entertainment, I think there are so many moments where you will have a lot of doubts, and that love is going to bring you through it. It's going to drag you through it. So.
What advice do you have for people trying to make it in film?
So I wanted to make film since I was about 15 years old, and I think my whole family was really afraid. And I think the best thing I can say is be naive. I think there's a lot of power in naivete, and pushing blindly forward. If I hadn't done that, I don't think anything would have ever happened, because you'll hear a lot of people who tell you you can't do it, and you'll see a lot of things that happen in your life that tell you that you can't do it. But you really do have to believe in yourself and believe in that thing that you really care about.
Perfect. Thank
Awesome.
you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Much.